What's good with y'all boys? Welcome back to the channel. And today, we're going to discuss why body game makes you the villain to men and the fantasy to women. So we're going to start off right here, right? Most, if not all of y'all, when y'all was growing up, y'all were taking orders. Your parents told you to do something. You either did it or you got faced with the belt. I don't know, some of y'all white, y'all went and stood in the corner. But for the most part, you were taking orders. You went to school. Your teacher said do something. If you ain't do it, principal's office. Principal set you straight. Even before the principal's office, detention. I know in 9th grade, there were months that I was in detention more than I wasn't in detention. Acting a fool. Good times. Niggas was taking orders. So you grew up taking orders, right? For the most part, you didn't really have a say in the matter. Your parents instructed you what to do. Teachers instructed you what to do. And maybe if you played a sport, coaches told you what to do, right? So a transition happened at some point, right? It's like when you're in high school and then you go to college and you go from having to ask permission to use the bathroom to all of a sudden you can just walk out at any time you want during the lecture to go use the bathroom, go buy a drink, go get something to eat from the cafeteria. You can literally walk out of the lecture and go do whatever you want. You can leave the lecture and go clap cheeks and come back, and ain't nobody gonna question to your whereabouts, right? So at some point you went from taking orders to kind of just being on your own. I mean, you still took orders in college if you went to college. They said do this assignment or you're gonna fail, and you have to do what you had to do to pass. So you grew up taking orders, and it got to a point to where you didn't take as many orders, right? You kind of went into autopilot. Now, here's the part of body game that makes you the villain, right? When you get on body game, and you also got to remember, most people like to see you doing good, just not better than them, right? So when you get on body game, first thing you're going to notice, people going to be like, first they're going to compliment your gains. But in order to be on body game, you got to be selfish with your time, right? You got to be selfish with your time, which means you ain't going to be able to go out and party or do as much BS as you used to do. You're not going to be going to the buffets or going out drinking and doing a lot of BS that bots be doing, right? You got to be selfish with your time. So you stop taking orders at one point. Now people looking at you like you changed, like you switched up. Like I said, people want to see you doing good, just not better than them. So now we go to the next step. Start becoming the villain. People saying you changed. First they complimenting you, now they hating. We're going from there. You're on body game, getting your shit on lock. The next step. People in general like to be comfortable. They don't like to have to disrupt their reality. It is easier to fool someone than to convince them that they've been fooled, right? So going from here, a lot of dudes fell for the dad bod propaganda. You got a lot of dudes out here that believe, okay, yeah, girls say they like dad bods on social media, so I don't have to work out because I have a dad bod. I'm good to be a dad. Now, they're not wrong in a certain aspect, right? Women do love dad bods, but for a specific reason and a certain time. Females, for the most part, middle, high school, college, they're going after the jack dudes, the dudes that's on body game, right? Infatuated with those dudes, steady chasing those dudes' validation, steady getting rocked by those dudes, clapping it up, right? Having their fun. They don't really got to answer to nobody. They may have a couple or have even a bunch of relationships, but for the most part, it's only temporary, right? So they're going along, they're having their fun. And in those years, the dudes that are on BodyGame are the fantasies of women. Now, the dudes who you will be seen as the villain to, the guys that call themselves, oh yeah, I got a dad bod, them the same type of dudes that fell for the propaganda. Now, here is where women love dad bods. When chicks are pretty much done, or not really done, but they kind of look at the clock and they're like, okay, I know I'm having fun with these dudes on BodyGame, but in order for me to secure my future, I need to settle down with somebody now while I'm still a little bit sizzling hot. That's when chicks are like, okay, let me take a step back from this BodyGame banzana that they've been going on and go look for a dude with a dad bod. Now, the reason why they look for a dude with a dad bod is because when it comes to the whole dating, marriage, and dynamics and stuff like that, most of the time, when women are looking to settle down for the purpose of security, they're going to go into a situation where they have leverage. So you're not going to really see a chick go for a dude that's jacked unless she's in optimal shape and she knows that that dude is looking for a long-term commitment, right? She's going to go and settle down with a dude that can't really offer anything much else except for his money, his resources, a place to stay. She's going to get with that dude. She's going to do what she needs to do to lock him down. And that's where you see the bait and switch happen, right? You're going to see her get into a relationship with the dude. Things going okay for a couple of years, or so he thinks. She maybe gets a kid or two out of him. Get the whole scenario to where it's like, okay, he's in too deep to back out now. And that's where the walking over starts, right? So you got to understand that just because a woman says, oh yeah, it's time for me to settle down and chill out because I need to make my future secure. When that switch flipped in her head, the switch that said she was attracted to guys on BodyGame didn't switch off. It only took a backseat. That button went on hibernate. It's still there. So after she gets into a position to where she's got the dude locked in to where she's like, okay, if he ever tries to leave or anything goes wrong, I'm taking half and I'm going to still be good. That's exactly when she's going to go step back out to deal with the dudes on BodyGame, right? Before, all those previous years, when she was dealing with dudes from middle to college, she didn't really have to answer to nobody serious because there was no really pressure on the clock. She could do whatever. If she decided that she liked another dude better than one, there was really no one to hold her accountable because she just left that dude and then she went to the other dude, and no dudes are really turning down box. So it was the world was her oyster. Now, the world is her oyster again, but this time she just got to sneak around with it. The world is her oyster again because she's got the dude in her back pocket. He's not on BodyGame, so he don't got the leverage. He can't leave because she's gonna take half. He got to deal with all the nagging and whatever she's going to put up to him. The only thing that's different from now and then is that she has to sneak around this dude that is considered to be her asset, right? Her security. She got to sneak around the dude to go deal with the dudes that's on BodyGame. That's pretty much the only difference that separates the now from back when she was in those school years dealing with dudes as she pleased. Now, here's where you're the villain to these dudes on BodyGame. Like I said before, it's easier to fool someone than to show to them that they're being fooled or they have been fooled. The dudes that bought the women love dad bods narrative are hating on dudes that's on BodyGame because when a dude that's on BodyGame comes into their vicinity, all the lies and stuff that they want to force themselves to believe or that they try to convince or they cope themselves to believe about women loving dad bods, it doesn't matter what they do, how guarded they want to keep their reality, how boxed in, how tunnel vision they want to be about it. When they see their wife checking out the dude that's on BodyGame, their reality is forcibly shattered, right? They have to come to terms with the fact that their wife is giving a dude that's on BodyGame eyes that they haven't seen since they first met, right? Maybe it was 5, 10, 15 years ago. And it could have even been fake. The woman's looking at the dude because she's giving him bedroom eyes because she's like, yeah, I need to lock this dude down. She needs to lock this dude down for the security and the resources, so she's giving him bedroom eyes. She's giving him fake or real burning, genuine desire, however you want to put it. After she gets what she wants, the facade comes off. Now she's giving him duty sex. Now he's only getting it twice a week. All of a sudden, she's not in the mood. Oh, she had a long day at work. Blah, 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 this and that. You got the dude fighting for box inside of his marriage. Now he sees her looking at you in public. You're on BodyGame. And she's giving you bedroom eyes, whether she knows it or not. And he sees that. He ain't seen that look in years. But he's standing there on dad bod, buying the narrative that women love dad bods. Now he looks at you as the villain, right? He's not being self-accountable. He's not being like, damn, I was never the man I should have been, or damn, I let myself go, or damn, I look like shit. No, he's looking at you and he's hating because, one, he don't want to put down the Ben & Jerry's. He don't want to stop eating the Hot Pockets. He don't want to get off his ass, stop sitting at his desk all day. He don't want to stop drinking beer and start working out on the treadmill. He'd rather go to his man cave and sit down and watch the game while ordering DoorDash and Domino's. He would rather look at you and hate you for putting yourself first, prioritizing yourself, and you're basking in the results that you're getting. You're not even trying to attract his wife per se. It's just a product of your environment, a product of the work that you put in. Now he looking at you like you took his bitch. And theoretically, you did take his bitch, because she's giving you the eyes that she gave him years ago when she was trying to lock him down. And this is why so many dudes are willing to crash out over their chick, right? You always see dudes meeting their end, unfortunately, when they get into it with a guy that either they did or didn't know that he was romantically involved with another woman. You guys ever wonder why the dude, most of the times, he never goes after the chick or really deals with the chick? Most of the times, he's pissed off at the other dude. The reason why he's pissed off at the other dude is because, one, the other dude is the embodiment of something that he could become, but he will never attain because he could never put the fort down. He could never be disciplined enough to achieve the physique and the level of dominion that the dude has attained. That's on BodyGame, right? So he feels justified in his heart of hearts that I should eliminate you because my wife decided that she wanted to have fun with you because you were on BodyGame instead of me, who was on Body Lame, Body Shame. I couldn't put the fort down. Putting the food to my mouth was the only weights I was lifting. The dude on BodyGame was lifting weights in the gym, and then he was lifting your chick. The dude feels justified. He feels so amazing when he eliminates the dude that's on BodyGame. It's more of a satisfaction. It's more closure for him than knowing that his chick cheated or knowing who she did it with. That's why you see a lot of dudes in those situations get eliminated. And that's why I always say, if you know that a chick has a dude or is married, your best bet is to just leave that box on the table and just not want it. Because when you're on BodyGame, put it like this, you become a target. Now, the next part, for the dudes that fell for the script and the propaganda that dad bods are the new hot thing or what women love, you will often hear that women love bad boys, right? Like I keep saying, majority of men in America today are overweight or obese. Now, you've heard before again, women love bad boys. What is a bad boy? A bad boy is not necessarily a dude that's like evil or out and doing malicious stuff. Sometimes, yes, doing crime. But for the most part, I'd say the best definition of a bad boy is a dude that lives by his own terms, that doesn't go with the flow, that isn't susceptible to propaganda, right? The type of dude that lives by his own means. He doesn't go with whatever someone says. He doesn't take everything for face value. He does his own research, pretty much. So I'd say pretty much every dude that's on BodyGame can be considered a bad boy, because you're not going along with the body positivity movement. Everyone should accept you for whatever you are. oh, I can eat whatever I want and feel good because no one should judge me. The dudes on BodyGame know that that's bullshit. And that's why they clapping your bitch. Because women see dudes that are on BodyGame and instinctively know that their chances of survival with this dude are better than the dude that's basically average or regular. If you want to strip all this shit away, strip the economy, strip money, strip cars, luxury, fashion, social media, if you want to strip all this shit back and send all of us back to the Stone Age right now, the dudes that are out of shape are absolutely cooked. They become victims to the environment. The dudes that are on BodyGame, their survival will be much longer because they have what it takes to survive, not necessarily forever, but a lot longer than the dudes that are on BodyGame. You strip all of this shit away and send us back to the Jurassic Age. Those dinosaurs are going to be eating the majority of men today like Pop-Tarts and chicken nuggets. Y'all not playing tag with no dinosaur, bro. That thing gonna look at you. He gonna lick his lips. He gonna watch you run for 0.25 miles. He gonna watch you be out of breath. And then he gonna take 2 steps over and snatch your ass up and you're done. The dudes that's on BodyGame, they'll be out of there. Not saying that they can run forever, but they'll be able to go find shelter a lot faster than the fat dudes that are basically fast food and easy licks for the dinosaurs. Put it that way. Chicks look at dudes that's on BodyGame and know instinctively that that's a better choice for their survival. They look at those type of dudes and know that they can put it down at least way better than the dudes that aren't on BodyGame. I gotta make a video about this, about why you will be disappointed with a majority of women sexually after you get on BodyGame. I'm gonna make a video on that. I'm probably gonna make that this week. But that's another topic. But yes, you being on BodyGame, you're going against the flow. You look better than the majority of the population. You're a bad boy. Women are going to fantasize about you. Men are going to see their women giving you bedroom eyes. You're going to be hated. People around you are going to see you starting to do better than them. They're going to start hating. They're going to treat you like the villain. People are going to try to gaslight you and shame you for making them feel like shit. But you never held anybody hostage and forced them to eat bullshit. They only have themselves to blame the shit for the end of the day. So that's really it for the video. This is why when you're on BodyGame, men will treat you as the villain and women will see you as a fantasy. Ain't really too much else I can say on this topic, bro. Like I said, I'm going to drop that video on why you're going to be disappointed with the majority of women when you get on BodyGame. That's it for the video, gang. I'm up out of here. Peace.